Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. And today, my friends, I want to go over this game one more time. I need to give it a little bit more of a fair chance, okay? So I have found this is probably not a game I will cover very much on the channel, just because it's kind of a game that I feel like you play when you just want a little bit of extra fun stuff to do on the side. It doesn't have that same kind of depth that Rise to War has for me as a phone game, where I feel like I can play it a lot and play with other people and stuff. This game seems like there is a little bit of a little pay-to-win situation going on more towards the end game, but it is kind of fun, the free-to-play, just to enjoy yourself, or maybe if you're have a younger child who just likes to, you know, watch the characters from Lord of the Rings battle. It's got a really generic art style. Some of the things I like about the art style, some of it, not so much. What do you guys think of the new microphone, by the way? I got a new mic for the for recording with the phone, and it sounds really good. I'm very excited. I got a really good deal on it. In fact, I made money back because I got to return something else, so I was like, yeah. So then I ended up spending like a total of like 20 bucks, so it's awesome. Anyway, side note, it was like a $100 thing, and I got really cheap. But anyway, moving on. So basically, you get some free stuff every day when you come on here. Hopefully the sound is balanced. I'll have to check that later. Double check that I balanced it well. You get some like free little reward things. Now, one thing I've noticed right off the bat, again, I'm gonna go up here, so I'm not quite, actually, maybe I'll just cover the corner. I don't know where to put my bubble for this game. But one thing I've noticed, that if you open something in this game when you first get on, all right, so cool, I got a new character summon, that's kind of cool. So it's kind of like Rise to War, where you like earn your characters like shards or respect, like in Rise to War. But this game is a lot like that Galaxies game, like Star Wars Galaxies, okay? So it has that, it's produced by the same company, very similar, just basically they're using it from Lord of the Rings. So do you notice how this thing pops up? Now this is something, these gems are things you pay for. So I've noticed, if you go in and out of things for the first few times, so that's one, counting 1, 2, okay? This is a negative about the game, okay? 3, if you notice, every time I go back to the main screen. 4, how many times are they gonna do it? 5, okay? Going to a different thing, load it, go back. Now it's not doing it. They have the pop-up. Every time you log into the game, it pops up 5 times to get you to try to buy things. 5 times, okay? That is too many. So that right there is a big negative for me. But besides that, when it comes to the actual gameplay, it's kind of fun. You basically have a little stamina each day for your whole account. It's up there. There's 2 kinds. There's like a guild stamina over there, and there's also a energy stamina. So basically what you go in is you go to the different levels, right? That one's too strong for me right now. But what you can do is you can auto win if you've gotten a 3-star, which means you got through without losing any of your guys. And if you haven't quite done it, I'm gonna do this one to see if I can get through doing it without losing anybody, all right? So again, they've got some stories. Halberad, you are not yourself. Listen to one who has known you all your life. Again, there's some like fun little fantasy thing there. Some guys controlling good characters, okay? Again, it's totally nothing to do with lore. But it is kind of fun. You progress through stories of like, first you're around Weathertop, and then you're near Rivendell, and then now we're off going to the Trollshaws. So it is kind of cool in that way. It's kind of neat, like different areas you can battle. So I guess we'll go ahead and drop this elf dude in there. I probably should level him up real fast. Let me show you how to do this. So basically, there are a certain kind of ways. You go into your collection, which is right here by my bubble, and then you go to your guy, and then you can just use your little points and XP to level them up. I'm gonna go ahead and level him all the way up. You can level a character up to the level your account is. So my account is level 29. So I've been playing it. I've given it some time. And then also you can get equipment. Once you've created the equipment for all 6, you find them from doing different locations and earn them as you do these little missions. Once you've collected them all, it like charges up, and you get 1 level of equipment. It gives you some stat boosts, and then you have to do it all over again to get the 2nd level, the 3rd level, and the 4th level. Again, just kind of a collecting type thing in a game, right? Again, fun for maybe, you know, a side game when you're just playing off, or you just have a kid who just wants to fight things. Be careful they don't misclick and charge your credit card ridiculous amounts of money, okay? So yeah, so anyway, I just find that it is enjoyable for short periods of time. I definitely can't play it more than like 15, 20 minutes, but it's kind of fun to be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, try to get a little farther in this and upgrade my one character, right? It's like there is a little bit of enjoyment there as a phone game. Again, it's Lord of the Rings, so for me, I still enjoy the fact that it's Lord of the Rings, but you know, not everything that has a Lord of the Rings, you know, IP is always good, right? That's just how it goes. So anyway, there I have my full team. Now that I have a 5th person, I might be able to do this and get through this first one. So let's watch. So this is how the game normally runs. All right, there's a couple different settings you can do. Okay, so basically right here, right next to my bubble, you have auto, which will fight automatically, and then the speed. I'm gonna bring the speed down to 1, so it makes it faster, right? I'm actually gonna choose. So I'm gonna aim for this Blade Dancer, and I'm going to use his special ability. So if I come down here with my bubble real quick, so right there below me, right there, there's like, he has a few abilities, and over each turn process, they get charged up over time, okay? So again, I'm going to stay up here so it's easy to kind of see where my bubble is. So I'm going to click that, and he's going to do a little attack animation. Pew! So Frodo kind of slashes him. Again, it's satisfying. Their animations are kind of cool, so this elf guy can now do something. I'm going to have him do his special attack. All right, so he's pretty darn weak because I have not upgraded his gear at all, but Awen is pretty good. Now, again, the art styles, some of the characters I like the art style, and some of them I'm like, Awen is not one of them. I just don't think she really looks like Awen at all. I think she looks a little too masculine, personally, for my taste in that character, because she's a shield maiden of Rohan, right? She is super tough. She is a strong, powerful woman character, and I would like her to kind of portray that in every game. But again, then Aragorn's got he's got a swipe ability. I'm gonna go ahead and use his fire ability here. So he looks cool. I like how he looks. He looks pretty darn cool. So again, she's fine. I'm not trying to attack. It's just the art style, I did not enjoy it. And again, Frodo's art style, he's fine. This guy also has a taunt, so I'm gonna have him do his little taunt here. Problem is, now that elf is low health, he's probably gonna die and I won't be able to get a full thing. So I'm gonna have her use this ability. All right. Awen is a very strong character, though, I've found so far. Again, I'm not very far into the game, but I don't really plan to go super far into the game. So here's Frodo's ability. I think Frodo looks cool, though. I like how Frodo looks. I also like how a lot of the Haradrim units look. They look pretty darn cool. Yeah, he just... Did you have how much damage he just did? 1,300? Monster. All right, so... Yeah, there's a very high chance I'm not going to get this one done. So now that you've kind of seen that, I'm going to speed it up. So I'm going to do ×3. Okay, you can do ×2 as well. But see, it's a lot faster, so you can kind of get through it quickly. And then you can actually just turn on... I don't want them to waste their abilities right now before we move on to the next stage. So I'm going to have them all do a single attack. Sometimes they'll, like, auto anyway. So this next stage, I'm going to turn on auto, and you can watch how it'll, like, auto run it for you, which is a lot of these games do that. So realistically, though, I should be focusing that troll. So I might not turn it on auto, because there's no way I'm going to win if I don't focus the troll. So there, he's got an AoE ability. He's got an AoE ability. I'm going to go ahead and just use them. All right, very close to winning there. All right, I got the troll. I'm going to get this one in the back here. Going to use her ability. Oh, I should have. She buffs one person, then they attack, kind of thing. I might actually be able to win this if I don't do it auto. So I'm not going to do it auto because I want to actually try to be successful. So this is the last one. If I can complete this without losing anyone, I will. So there's a little bit of another story here. Again, there's some storylines. The stories aren't bad. I actually think they seem like they try. But again, it seems more like maybe not totally designed for adults. It seems a little bit more, you know, maybe a 13-year-old would enjoy the storyline. Kind of simplistic so far, at least so far that I've read. I haven't read all of it, I'll be honest. I've just been kind of enjoying the gameplay and just playing it for like 10 minutes, then I'll stop. I don't play it nearly as much as I would for the channel with other things. So, but all right, so let's see here. I'm gonna kill the troll with an auto there. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna lose that one guy. Look how low he is. Oh, bummer. Anyway, so I'll turn on auto now. So watch, they'll just automatically fight. Since I lost him anyway. Let's see if they can even succeed in that. I know I can win the fight, I just don't know if I'll... The goal is to not lose anybody. That's what gets you a 3-star. But we'll see. Alright, so... Again, that Rohirrim guy has an ability that taunts everyone, so that's why he takes a lot of damage. But he also has a lot of health compared to that elf guy. Again, it's not a terrible game. So here's that character. This in Halbarad, right? And then, basically, shadowy figure. He is not second best. He is mine. So some character, shady character, is manipulating them. All right, I don't know what he's supposed to be. Again, I didn't get a 3-star, which means now I can't automatically run the run this over and over to just get the possible rewards from it. So what I'll show you is, here's one I won. I'm gonna auto it, and I'm just gonna do it 13 times, use all of my energy. So there we go, I got 3 and I got a bunch of earnings. Boom, right? So now I'm out for the day, basically. And then we go over here to the guild thing, and I just joined a random guild so I could do it with him. I'm gonna just auto do this one. I'm just gonna do as many as I can with my stuff I have. Boom, got XP for my account, got these shards for that certain character. And there we go. I'm about done there. And if you look here, my level, I am level 29. So, and again, you do upgrades, there's objectives to earn stuff. There's like guild battles, there's other things. Again, I can do more videos on this if you guys want me to, but it's not really a game that I necessarily want to be doing lots of videos about, if that makes sense. It's a game that I think I'll play by myself occasionally, 5-10 minutes here and there when I'm bored and I don't have anything else to do. I mean, there's probably better things to do. Yeah, probably better things than this. Playing Rise to War, reading my Bible. There's other things I could be doing besides this game that are more important. But again, if you're just waiting at in a line or something, you got 5 minutes and you can't really focus on the game. That's what's nice about this game. You can kind of just do the auto thing and just get some done, and you're like, oh, it makes you feel like you succeeded a little in something. It's kind of like almost like a collecting game, and like, oh, how strong can you get your characters? But again, I've been talking to some other subscribers and other people, there is some stuff that kind of happens that it becomes a little pay to win end game if you're really trying to do the PvP and stuff. There is an arena thing you can do. See, I actually have the Great Goblin and stuff, so you can do battles and that I could choose someone to fight another player. Unfortunately, another big negative for me in this game is there's very little dwarves, okay? And you're like, what do you mean by that, Zollin? What do you mean very little dwarves? Well, there is only Feely and Keely in this game. They didn't put Gimli in it yet. I mean, I'm sure they'll add him in the future, but only having those 2 dwarves out when there's I think there's 70 characters, good side and bad side. And when you're PvP, you can use evil and good characters together compared to those campaigns I was showing you. But yeah, so anyway, not a big win for Zollin Ironshield when you don't have dwarves in your game, in your Lord of the Rings game. At least not a lot of dwarves. Feely and Keely, yeah, but again, I have to earn them over time. I can't use them until I earn their respect or whatever. They do look cool though. I will say their art style looks cool. I'll show you that real quick. But I just wanted to give this game a little bit more fairness than the first run through I did on it, because the first run through I didn't already have a few hours of gameplay of the game to give you a real feel on what I thought. So personally, what I think is the game is fine. It's a 6 out of 10 for me, maybe a 5 out of 10. It's not enough to keep my attention, and it's not enough for me to prioritize this game over other games. If I have to choose my time, which I do most of the time, I will not play this game. I'll go play Rise to War if I had 10 minutes, and I'd only play this game if I have a lot of extra time. In Rise to War, I know I don't have to do anything on, and I've got some free time. I'm like, oh, I'll play this game for a few minutes, because it is fun to watch my characters battle and fight each other, that kind of stuff. The animations are cool, right? And I could turn and slow them down because they look kind of cool when they're slow. Now, is that a dwarf? Fror. That must be a dwarf. Looks cool. Almost looks like a female dwarf, doesn't it? And also, I don't see a beard. What is this thing about everyone not giving dwarven women beards? Unfortunately, I think it might have to do with D&D. I'm gonna be honest. I should do a video about it. I actually have a video about dwarven beards and stuff. I made one after the Rings of Power stuff with female dwarves and beards. You can go check that out if you want. I think it's on the lore one. I think I did. Did I do a video about that? I think I did, yeah. Go check it out. Anyway, so it looks like I beat this guy. Ha! All right, so I beat that other player. I gained some rank ups. At the end of the day now, I'll get some extra rewards, that kind of thing. But let me just show you the dwarves real quick. Again, I think it might have to do more with D&D, because a lot of D&D stuff, the dwarven females don't always have beards, right? So again, but Tolkien is the father of fantasy, right? So I don't necessarily think it's great to be going backwards on that. Again, this video is not about that, so let me not go into that any more than that. But collection, see, so I haven't earned them yet, but these are the only 2 dwarves, except that other one. I'm going to check if it's a dwarf. So Feely, he looks pretty awesome. He's pretty cool. Playing a little violin there. And Keely with his bow. Kind of like the movie, right? Again, I think in the book he was also good with a bow, though. So those 2 are there. And then I think maybe this one. I guess this one is too. And you know, let's see. Do they do any lore? Dwarf tank. Oh, so this is a dwarf. Okay, well, let me put a like on it. One, is there any, like, story about them? Is there a way to, like, read about them? It doesn't look like it. Fror. That name almost seems like a man. I think this is a dwarf that just doesn't have a beard. Which is, not good. Like, the women, I'll let it pass, right? Because, like, I guess there's a possibility, a world where that could be a thing. But it's very clear in the books that Tolkien said dwarves would not be caught dead without a beard, especially the males. So, unless he has some condition. Anyway, moving on. So, my overall thank you to my Patreons for their support. I'll end the video here. And I wanted to give another fair run at this game, but again, I'm not going to be doing this a whole lot. But what do you guys think of the new mic for doing videos on the thing? I will make other videos for Rise to War, though, on the phone here, because I love having the new mic, and I even have a little holder to hold the phone, and it makes it really easy with my little pen. Yes, it's great. Anyway, have a great day in Middle Earth, guys. I have a lot of other content coming out, too. And, don't forget to like and subscribe. And, but again, please leave a comment if you were like, oh, I do kind of like this game. I'd love it if you made, 1 or 2 videos a month about this game. I might do that for that one person if someone leaves a comment. But if otherwise, we're going to stick to LOTR, Rise to War, and other things. So have a great and wonderful day in Middle Earth, my friends. See you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. See ya.